Law of attraction and anxiety, how to beat your overthinking mind. You wake up in the morning and from the moment you open your eyes, you know that this is it. Today is the day your world will come crashing down. Your heart races. You literally feel sick to your stomach. Negative thoughts skitter through your mind like a million spiders all getting caught in each other's webs and then fighting to get free. Panic. Fear. The feeling of impending doom all day long. It's even worse when you leave your comfort zone or have to speak to someone. And finally, when the day is done, you lay awake, just wishing that time would stop, so that your world didn't have to come crashing down again tomorrow. If you have stumbled upon this article, no doubt you're familiar with the feeling. But I want to take a moment to promise you that you are not alone. Crippling anxiety is a devil that I know all too well. In saying that, anxiety is different for everyone and can present itself in a variety of ways. It could be a lump in your throat when you try to speak in public. Perhaps it's an obsessive compulsion for things to be just right. Or maybe your anxiety shows up as a restless mind, constantly overthinking about how things could go wrong. For me, it was all of the above and yet so much more. You see, at the height of my anxiety, I could barely walk out the front door. Fear controlled my entire life. And nobody understood what I was going through. In fact, they all looked at me like I was a huge failure. My parents were worried that I would never leave home, that I would never maintain a job, or travel, or live any normal kind of life at all. But I did. Finding the law of attraction as well as practicing Zen 12 meditation inspired me to live a more positive life where I accept myself completely. The good, bad, and the ugly. Does your anxiety affect your manifestations? The short answer to this question is yes. The law of attraction is always in effect whether we are consciously aware of it or not, therefore, any frame of mind is always going to affect your manifestations. Now there are both disadvantages and advantages for anxious people using the law of attraction, and I want to break down both counterparts. I don't want you to shy away from using the law of attraction simply because of your anxious feelings. The law of attraction will be in effect either way, so it's better if you can utilize your tendency to overthink as an advantage. We all have negative thoughts from time to time. That's just part of life. After all, how would you know what you wanted out of life if you never got the chance to experience what you didn't want? You see, it's not the negative thoughts themselves that affect your manifestations. It's how you react to them. If you allow your anxiety to control you and keep you in a cycle of fear, then yes, you will continue to attract more experiences to make you fearful. Let your pain become your gift. One thing that really made me see my anxiety in a different light was something that Tony Robbins said. What if everything in your life, including the most painful and traumatic events, was happening for you, not to you? You see, everything you experience, both good and bad, serves to help you uplevel your life. With hard times often comes massive expansion. You see, those who suffer from anxiety and overthinking actually possess an incredible gift. They are more sensitive to the world than others. Their intellectual, emotional, and spiritual capabilities are highly developed, and therefore they lack the ability to be ignorant to the truth. They connect to the world on a much deeper level, picking up high levels of energy. It's this sensitivity to energy that often charges anxious feelings. People who are spiritually minded tend to suffer from anxiety and depression more. You know why? Because their eyes are open to a world that is in need of repair. They literally have an increased ability to feel the emotions of people around them. Osho, now, you may be thinking. Spiritual awareness. That's great, but what does it have to do with my ability to use the law of attraction? You see, when you can channel that heightened awareness in the right directions, there lies the superpower behind anxiety and overthinking. Overthinking equals enhanced ability to imagine. Those who suffer from anxiety tend to be daydreamers. Their anxious thoughts appear in the form of vivid scenarios created by an overactive imagination. When their energies are high, they are easily able to visualize these detailed scenes. Now, usually, a person with anxiety is controlled by their mind, which often has a negative effect on the way their life manifests itself. But if they can take that control back, they are often gifted creators with powerful visualization capabilities. The best way for an anxious person to take back control is to reprogram their mindset using affirmations or hypnosis. Over-emotional equals enhanced ability to feel. People who suffer from anxiety are often empathic and can channel emotion much easier than others. Yes, this can be a very painful and frightening experience, but used in the right way, they can tap into the emotions needed for manifestation very easily, especially when they visualize a positive outcome. Fear is simply misdirected excitement. When channeled as such, this emotion becomes a magical gateway toward the many blessings that appear when manifesting your desires. Nervousness equals surplus energy. Often those who suffer from symptoms of nervousness such as shaking, stuttering, mixing up words, etc. do so because they have too much energy trapped inside their bodies. This hidden storage of energy enables anxiety sufferers to access high levels of action. People who suffer from anxiety usually have more than enough get up and go to achieve their goals, they are just way too hard on themselves to see it. Now, when I say action, I am not referring to hard work that often causes even more stress and depression. Inspired or aligned action is about making moves towards the things that feel good. When someone with anxiety begins to detach from self-doubt, they will find themselves on a whole new path of alignment. Inspired action always leads to speedy manifestation. So what does all of this tell us? Well, for a start, it is more than possible to manifest greatness even if you suffer from anxiety. In fact, your gift of sensitivity can actually be used as an advantage. That being said, let's now look at some practical solutions for you to take back control. 1. Drop the labels. If you say something enough, your subconscious mind will start to believe it. As an experiment, try creating a made-up scenario. Repeat that scenario in your head as often as you can as if it really happened. Over time, you will begin to see the made-up scenario as if it were a memory. In fact, compare the made-up scenario to one of your real memories and take note of the similarities between the way they both appear in your mind. Not much difference, right? You see, whenever you repeat an affirmation or visualized scene within your mind, your subconscious begins to see it as fact. Therefore, when you start to put labels on yourself such as, I have anxiety, I have panic attacks, I am not good in social settings, you unknowingly make your condition worse. You essentially give yourself the okay to be anxious because you accept that this is just how you behave. Challenge yourself to replace some of these negative statements with some counteractive affirmations. For example, I am confident. My body feels relaxed. I am a great socializer. This may not feel like it's doing anything amazing for you right away, but trust the process. Over time, your subconscious mind will begin to adopt these positive statements as truth, giving you more control over your thoughts and feelings. Further reading: 5 Magical Positive Affirmation Tips to Rewire Your Brain for Success. How to make your affirmations work faster. How do subliminal affirmations work? 2. Practice meditation. There are multiple reasons why meditation is such a beneficial practice for those who feel their ability to manifest as being hindered by their anxiety. Here are a few. Allows you to release your mind from overthinking. Centers on mindset control. Promotes relaxation and inner peace. Creates a tranquil space for visualization. Allows grounding for those who are overstimulated by thoughts and emotion. Generates feelings of self-acceptance. Helps to develop breathing techniques that can be used for stress and anxiety. The great thing about meditation is that it can be used both for manifestation as well as to calm anxious feelings. Personally, I absolutely love meditation, but to be honest, I do struggle sometimes to quiet my thoughts. Recently I discovered a meditation audio program called Zen 12, and it has been working really well for me. You can try Zen 12 for free by clicking here. 3. Schedule time for visualization. This tip is all about not letting your anxiety put you off overthinking. Remember, overthinking is a gift that just needs to be channeled in the right direction. Whenever you notice yourself sinking into old patterns of destructive overthinking, take that as a cue from your higher self that you need to create. Turn your negative overthinking into a positive visualization session. How do you do this? First, pick a scenario that you wish to manifest, for example, a dream holiday, a new car, financial abundance. Once you know what you are going to focus on, run yourself a deep bath and indulge as you close your eyes and imagine a scene where you have everything that your heart desires. Transmute negative overthinking into high-vibe visualizations and you will soon be well on your way to living your best life. 4. Release nervous energy. For anyone who suffers from anxiety, you need to be active. Take at least 30 minutes a day to focus on releasing your nervous energy through movement. Run, walk, jump, skip. Whatever it is that you do to keep fit and healthy, do it. No excuses. Releasing your nervous energy will help you to stay calmer in stressful situations and will also heighten your vibration as a whole, making you more in touch with yourself and therefore the wider universe. 5. Cut down on stimulants. If you are someone who already has high levels of intellectual, emotional and spiritual energy, the last thing you want to do is overstimulate yourself. Stimulants are things that give us a temporary lift and can come in the form of tobacco, caffeine, alcohol, sugar, or even too much time spent in front of a screen. For someone who suffers from anxiety, these stimulants can result in extreme feelings of panic. The best thing you can do is try to keep a balanced diet and stay away from additives and preservatives. Another big stimulant particularly harmful to anxious people is social media. Be careful that you are not getting caught in the social media web comparing yourself to others in a negative light instead of celebrating your unique gifts. This can be really detrimental to your manifestations as it can invoke negative self-talk. Ensure to fill your feed with people who inspire you, not people who make you feel inadequate. Further reading, 11 Ways to Stop Absorbing Negative People's Energy. How to Stop Negative Thoughts Affecting Your Manifestation. 6. Get some sleep. For a highly anxious person, sleep is of utmost importance. A good night's sleep will not only help you to stay calmer during the day, but it will also help your manifestations by spending time in an unconscious state where your positive affirmations are processed. When you are not getting enough sleep, you may find it harder to maintain control over your mindset. You may notice more stress and negativity slipping into your mind and therefore creating more pain as opposed to healing. Give yourself an early bedtime, even if it means you need to spend some time meditating in order to wind down. Sleep creates room for positivity and growth. 7. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. The universe favors those who take action toward their desires. When using the law of attraction, take advantage of your sensitive energy levels and charge some of that good vibration into taking real steps toward your goals. If you are manifesting a new job, you might like to shop for the perfect interview outfit. If you are manifesting amazing friends, you might like to join clubs or attend events in your area. Aim to do the things that scare you and find the thrill within the fear. The number one thing that holds people back in life is fear of taking risks. Don't live your entire life just to look back with regrets. Take a step forward and keep pushing on. You've got this.